between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Noles will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense will have first crack at this one. In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Canes blew them away.
And they jumped out all over the Noles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they have, they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor. A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's McMillan. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Quickly to the tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Reed. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Going for 6. Touchdown, Miami. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Here he comes with the return. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Seminoles offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
To the air, it's Berry. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Berry. Keeps it going. Looking to buy time. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in. It's McMillan.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end run up there.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Zings it complete to the right. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Quarterback will keep it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Reed. That pass is well on target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a two-touchdown lead at 14. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Follows a good block there. Picks up threes out to the 9. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, they had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
On the move, it's Pringle. He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man, it's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Canes are in the hurry-up.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Reed. He finds a dead spot in the middle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's got it on the move. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Seminoles want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And here comes the punt team.
Number 43 in punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lofton. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Trucks through the defender. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back open in the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Scanning the field, it's Sperry. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Number 43 on to kick it away.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Wants to bring it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Berry. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alchuk. Free up the gut. Touchdown, Noles. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the ground, it's Davidson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Finds a tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's McMillan. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Here's the pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles are rolling down the field. The give to the tailback. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to throw, it's Berry. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Davidson. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some movement.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead.
this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's McMillan. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Florida State, 14.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Boy, did they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game. And it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Yeah, speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air, it's Reed. Makes the catch. At midfield, he's got room. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Pringle. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on second down. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Back to pass, it's Berry. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You've got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Chuck. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want.
And now the ball's loose in the end zone. And they grab it in the end zone. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
Oh, he wants it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. back to throw. It's Reed. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it up to 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Second down, he'll throw it. Release to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to keep it in the air. He makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. And the D deny them on second and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go up top on second and short. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The Seminoles are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Going right to work up top. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On the run, deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Canes moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. He's going to fire to the left. Pulls in the deep ball. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looking for a man, it's Reed. He'll take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Under fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Bust through behind his pad. And he's wrapped up after